Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Okay. Alrighty. Shri or Valerie, can you confirm if you can see my full screen and hear my voice?
Yes, we also see the left navigation bar.
Is it hiding the screen?
It's not in presentation mode.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
How about now?
yes.
It's good?
Is it possible it's cut?
Oh, is it still cut out? Okay. Let me. Uh, right. How about now?
It's perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Welcome everyone to 3D Mindspace session number 8. This is the last session for this year, as we'll be heading to holidays. So we are really glad that 3D Mindspace community has been active this year, and we started last July, and so far we have had pretty good participation from community. So we are looking ahead to 2019, and we'll be talking a few things we'll be planning in 2019. But before we do that, let's jump into today's session, which is focused on attitudes for mindfulness. Now, in part one, we also talked about attitudes for mindfulness, um, and we are continuing that discussion. In case you did not attend last session, it is fine. These two sessions are independent of each other in a sense, and do not interfere in any way in your ability to get the most out of this session. If you would like to review the attitudes for mindfulness part one, you can do so, and we will talk about that, how you can do so later on. So today's agenda is we will first give a brief introduction about the community. Then we will have a 20 minutes featured presentation on attitudes for mindfulness. Then Shri will guide us for about 15 to 20 minutes in a meditation. We will talk about few resources that you can use for doing mindfulness and meditations yourself. And then we will probably have about 5 to 10 minutes for Q&A. We do have pretty packed session today. So we'll try to go through things a little bit quicker. The 3D Mindspace Core Committee consists of these members shown here. Myself, Deepak Goyal, I'm part of Simulia. We have Arlene Serda from BioVia team, Shrikant from Innovia, Valerie is our HR representative. The mission of 3D Mindspace is to bring awareness to the benefits and practices of mindfulness and meditation to DS employees so that using these techniques, they can improve their holistic well-being. These are 6 W's of 3D Mindspace. We have presented this in the past, so today we won't go through this for limited time. But if you would like to read through these, we will make a recording of this presentation available. We can also provide a PDF if you would like. Then please read through these about 6 W's of 3D Mindspace community. Few tips for smooth audio and video experience. We share these in our sessions because our presentations typically have heavy video content. We use videos of experts in the field. So sometimes some people have had few issues regarding the audio or video experience. So here are a few tips. Please use your computer's audio speakers or headsets rather than your phone's audio. Please check the volume on your computer's speakers or headsets. If you cannot hear audio or see video, please try restarting the session. Please do not download large files or data while webinar is playing. Please do not connect or disconnect VPN during the webinar. If you still face any issues and cannot hear the audio or cannot see the video, there is a toll-free number. Please take a snapshot of this screen or write this number down, 877-582-7011. You can call Log Me In and they'll come online and resolve the issue. We have spoken to them and they said generally we can come online immediately. So at the max, you would miss a few minutes of this presentation. But more importantly, they'll fix any audio video issue for your future 3D Mindspace webinars. So today we will start with attitudes for mindfulness and meditation. We will have the discussion of these attitudes done by John Kabat-Zinn, who is founding executive director of the Center for Mindfulness in Medicine, Healthcare and Society at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. He is also the founding director of its renowned stress reduction clinic and professor of medicine at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. He teaches mindfulness and meditation-based stress reduction, also known as MBSR, in various venues around the world. He received his PhD in molecular biology from MIT in 1971 in the lab of Nobel laureate Salvador Luria. So our first attitude for mindfulness and meditation is patience. Let's listen to what John Kabat-Zinn has to say about patience. Okay. So we did receive one comment from somebody that they were having some audio video issue. Again, if you are having some audio video issue, please call, log me in. We cannot interrupt the session to address a specific problem at this point. Now I would like to invite my colleague Shrikant to make some comments about these attitudes that we are going through. Shrikant is a certified yoga instructor and has been teaching yoga since 2009. His journey with mindfulness started when he took his first Vipassana course as taught by S.N. Goenka in 2011. Vipassana, which means insight or clear awareness, is an intense form of mindfulness meditation. Since then, he has attended 4 10-day courses and served on 2 and continues a daily practice of meditation. Okay, go ahead, Shri. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Deepak. It is a great honor to be able to present in front of all of you. And just a few additional comments to what John Kabat-Zinn mentioned about patience. We have to remember one thing, that each one of us is a world within ourselves with our thoughts, memories, emotions, all of it having accumulated through an entire lifetime. In fact, it has taken an entire lifetime to become who we are currently. And so the unfolding of the mind during mindfulness or meditation takes its own time, and this process cannot be hurried. And very beautifully put by John Kabat-Zinn, the example of a butterfly coming out of a chrysalis. If you ever look online for videos, it's such a magical experience to watch how it happens. It happens slowly, it takes time, but then when the butterfly emerges and takes flight, it's such a delight to watch. In the same way, our mind will unfold at its own pace and own time. And the other thing to keep in mind is the effects of mindfulness are long-term. On a day-to-day basis, you might not see so much of a difference in yourself between one day and another. But when you look back to where you were a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, or even a few years ago, you will surely begin to notice a very big change in your attitude, in the way you approach life, in so many different things. So, in short, give yourself time and be patient with yourself. Over to you, Deepak.
Thank you, Shri. Okay, now we will talk about our second attitude for today, which is on trust.
And now we talk about trust. And there's a lot of uncertainty along the path of mindfulness. The mind may not be clear and focused at times, or at other times there's chaos and restlessness. But it is important to develop trust in the process. So the process is just being aware of the present moment in your experience as it is without judgment. And trust yourself that regardless of what arises in the path, you have the courage and the wisdom to ride it, to face it. But the more important point is this: do not trust blindly. Understand the process and ask questions. Ask us questions. You may go and look for mindfulness courses elsewhere, or whatever it is. But ask questions and understand what you're doing. And at times, you may actually need to seek the help of family, friends, and professionals if necessary when certain things that arise on the path become overwhelming. And it's perfectly okay to do so. But here's a really lovely quote from John Kabat-Zinn. As long as you're breathing, there's no more right with you than wrong with you. So just trust yourself, trust the breath, trust the process. Over to Deepak.
Okay, now we listen to next attitude for meditation, which is focused on non-striving.
Non-striving. So we'll just take a brief look at the difference between doing and striving versus just be. We do or strive when we are not okay with the present moment, be it ourselves or people and situations around us. And this is how we operate in day-to-day life. In mindfulness, being is the opposite of doing, which is the complete acceptance of the present moment without wanting to change it. And here's something interesting, because I have a daily meditation practice, and I often find myself, especially if it's morning time, I find myself trying to solve problems, because as I sit and meditate, those arise in my mind, and I find myself solving problems, trying to solve problems in my head, and then I have to actually bring myself back to the moment and say, oh, what am I doing? I'm sitting here trying to solve problems, but just being aware of what's happening. And this is something you will probably encounter a lot in your process. And it's nothing that you need to do anything. Just be aware of it. Just realize, oh, I am actually trying to do something, trying to solve a problem, or trying to feel something different from what I'm experiencing right now. And just being aware of it will allow yourself to let go of it. And now being allows one to discover the habitual patterns of behavior and reactions to situations in our lives, and eventually become free of them. And this is something which we do quite often, wherein we have a way of thinking, a pattern of thinking, a pattern of behaving, different things that come up again and again and again. And this will also come up when you are practicing. And in that case, you will become aware of it in your practice, and eventually you will get free from it. Doing then comes from a space of awareness and clarity, not from blind reaction. So you'll become more clear instead of just blindly reacting to situations. You will actually be able to become aware of the situation, allow yourself to calm down, and then make decisions. Here's a very nice quote from one of my teachers. His name is Anand Rajendran. What is. When you are in the is, you are at ease. When you're not in the is, you are in disease. It's a very beautiful quote, which I remember from many, many years ago. Thank you so much. Back to Deepak.
Thanks, Shri. Now let us talk about our next fourth attitude for mindfulness and meditation today. So that's focused on letting go and having no expectations.
letting go. When we are mentally grasping, our emotional state rests on a desired behavior by people and situations around us. When something is met, our desire is met, there's elation, and there's, of course, a desire for more. And when our desire is not met, there's dejection and disappointment. And in fact, we bring the same habit when we are mindful or when we are meditating. We find these habit patterns where certain things are desirable, certain sensations, certain states of mind are desirable, whereas others are not. And then, of course, we want to get rid of the things which are not desirable, and we kind of hold on to it. And I remember very clearly that many years ago when I was a new meditator, I had very lovely experiences. But then, of course, they didn't last for long. And then after that, for many years, I was looking for that experience, looking for that state of elation. But once I really got on the path of mindfulness, I began to understand that everything changes. So all these states change. So there's no use holding on to this state or that state, whether it is positive or negative. And also in general in life, not holding on to things, to situations and people, because eventually they will hurt us. In mindfulness, we cultivate the skill of letting go of thoughts and emotions that bother us, and the desire also to attain any state of relaxation. So we're just being with what is. So if you're not relaxed, just accept that is a state of the mind and the body right now. You're not relaxed. And letting go does not mean trying to push things away. There's nothing about pushing things. It's the opposite. It's complete acceptance. Focus on the breath, and with each exhale, just allow the mind to release and let it happen at its own time. So you cannot just say that, okay, I'm just taking a few breaths and that whatever is bothering you should go away immediately. It will take its own time, just again using patience. All of these different things are interconnected. So again, using patience and taking time. And here's a nice one. So what is the banana that you're holding on to? This is a beautiful metaphor of a banana. And can you think of one thing which you can consciously let go this month? Just think about it. Just a thought. Over to Deepak.
Thanks, Shri. So let us talk about our last attitude for meditation today, which is on gratitude and generosity.
and gratitude and generosity. And this is not new to any one of us. Gratitude and generosity are taught by all religions in this world. And gratitude really helps us to shift focus away from what we don't have to what we have. We have a body, we have the breath, we have a mind, we have life, we have family, we have career. There are actually so many things that we have to be thankful for in this life rather than not. And inculcating the attitude of gratitude allows the mind to be free from constantly wanting and grasping something or the other, whether it's small, whether it's big. It really is where the heart opens up. You're really grateful, you're really thankful for what you have, what the universe has given you. It allows space for satisfaction and peace in this present moment. Otherwise, there's always this constant wanting and grasping. And generosity is actually born out of gratitude, because when the mind is at peace and satisfied, the heart opens up as one is able to give freely without anything in return. And here's one really lovely thing I discovered about myself, is one of the best gifts that we can give to others is that of being a pleasant, joyful, warm, and compassionate human being. I think that's the best gift that we can give to others. Thank you. Over to Deepak.
Okay, thank you, Shri. So I would make just one comment here before we go into our guided meditation, that we review many videos and expert talks when we select some sessions to bring to this audience. So I would highly recommend that you guys review these sessions multiple times, especially these attitudes for meditation by John Kabat-Zinn are so valuable that reviewing them even 10 times would probably not be enough. I have reviewed them several times, and I intended to watch these videos again. And all these video links are available on 3DMindSpace community. And I recommend you to review them again and again and again and again, if you can, until they become part of you. So now I request Shri to lead us into a guided meditation.
Everybody sitting in a comfortable position, wherever you're sitting right now. Your spine is erect. Your hands are relaxed. And then gently moving your attention throughout the body, from the feet to the head, just relaxing any tension or stress that you might be feeling right now. If you want to make small movements to feel more comfortable, do so right now. And then taking awareness to the breath. Wherever you may feel the breath in the body today, in the abdomen, in your chest, or wherever it is, just your natural breath as it is right now. When you're breathing in, be aware that you're breathing in. And when you're breathing out, be aware of breathing out. And slowly move your attention towards the area near the nostrils. And feel the breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. If you find focusing on the nostrils is difficult, you can come back to focusing on the breath anywhere in the body. You're breathing in, being aware of the inhale. When you're breathing out, being aware of the exhale. And as you inhale, you might find a slight cooling sensation around the nostrils. And when you exhale, you may find a slight warming sensation. Just being aware of the breath, being aware in the present moment. And soon you may find that your mind wanders towards thoughts, feelings, or emotions that arise in the mind. Pleasant or unpleasant. Just being aware of whatever arises in the mind from moment to moment to moment. Allowing the mind to patiently unfold. Allowing this present moment to patiently unfold. If you find yourself with uncomfortable emotions, sensations, being aware of it, being aware of the desire to push that away. Just simply letting go of that desire, using the breath. On the exhale, allowing yourself to relax and release, coming into a state of non-striving. And even if pleasant situations arrive in the mind, observing them and allowing yourself to let go of them also. Coming back to the center. So breathing in, be aware of the breath. As you breathe out, be aware of the breath. As you breathe in, be aware that you're breathing in. As you breathe out, be aware that you're breathing out. being aware of the present moment, your experience of this moment as it is. Coming back to the present moment again and again and again. Thoughts, feelings, emotions rise in the mind like waves of the ocean. Just trusting yourself to ride those waves, trusting yourself to surf through. Letting go with each breath. Now slowly begin to bring your awareness back to the body. Back to your surroundings. And bring your awareness to your heart center. And bring to mind all the things that you're grateful for in this life. just simply being grateful, simply being thankful for whatever you've received. You can bring your hands to prayer position at the heart and then just gently rub them together. And gently cover your eyes. And you may slowly open your eyes. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Okay, thank you, Shri. So we have few minutes left, and I just want to make some quick announcements. First thing is that we are almost at the end of dealing with change toolkit by Calm Monkey, and our limit was 100 people for this, and there was heavy demand. We have 118 people subscribed to this toolkit, and kindly provide your feedback. The pilot study is wrapping up now. I think today is the last day. However, I saw Wendy's email that if you need, you can use this weekend to complete the pilot toolkit and answer the survey on Monday. Also remember that your identity will remain anonymous and data will be reported in aggregate form only. So your feedback is highly appreciated for this dealing with change toolkit. Now, I wanted to mention few more things, but we are running out of time. So I would go to the last slide and talk about what we are looking ahead for 2019. We are going to 2 months break now for our mindfulness and meditation sessions. First session would happen in January. Please use meditation apps, and also you can review our past sessions you may have missed by going to either rewards@3ds.com website, or you can go to YouTube channel and review all the sessions. We are also looking ahead to our local areas coordinator program. We have talked about in the past, but this will get pushed into 2019. In 2019, we'll also be doing some feedback and surveys to get your feedback and plan our sessions accordingly. We would also be trying something new in 2019, which would be share your story. So if you are a practitioner of mindfulness and meditation and would like to talk about it to entire 3D Mindspace community, kindly contact us, email us, and you can share your story and come talk to the audience in one of our sessions. Okay, with that, if there are any questions, we can address them now. We have just few minutes left. Let's see. So few questions about, I missed the first half. Can you please send me the link to watch? Kindly go to rewards@3ds.com, and under live, you will see all past recordings of 3D Mindspace community. You can also go to YouTube channel, and here is the link to YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com, search rewards@3ds. Now, after rewards, do not place any space. So that way you can find the community. Otherwise, YouTube may not search properly for this community. So rewards space add 3ds, and you will see all our sessions there. Another question, what is 3D Mindspace community link? So if you go to Let me show you real quick. So this is our 3D Mindspace community instructions to join, and these instructions are available in one of our past recordings, or you can take a snapshot here.
Cannot really see it, Deepak.
Oh, you do not see it. Okay. Seems like my presentation was paused. How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry about that. Since I was switching between slides, my presentation was paused by GoToWebinar. You can kindly take a snapshot of this slide, or you can go to the YouTube community to see. Let me show you. Right here,
Deepak,
and make sure that it is not paused. Yes.
instead of going to the YouTube community, it may be best that people access through America's HR, the Rewards at 3DS website. It will be more
Okay.
simple.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Valerie, for that comment. So if you type rewards at 3ds.com and go to live section, you will have all the webinars. All right, everyone. I think we are on top of the hour. And thank you for attending this session. We will see you in January. Until then, happy holidays and happy Thanksgiving. Take care. Bye, everyone.